Okay, second video shows the amp that I'm using. It's a Igniter 15-watt tweaker amp, and it has a lot of little type deals in that you can switch the sound on and that. So I thought this is really handy, from vintage sound to a modern type amp sound, USA AC, British type, and each one of them gives a little different sound. Hot channel if you want, or clean, bright, normal, tight, and deep. And each, again, it's been a real heaven send. So that with a single 12, and then I have a little bracket on there that allows it to sit kind of on an angled, pitch up for me to be able to see a little bit better. So that's what's going on with this guy. And then we get to the pedal board, and what I'm using with the pedal board is start left to right, my digital delay pedal, Boss. This is set at, you hear that? It has a little bit of a feedback to it, so in solos it rings out real nice, kind of gives it a reverby type of sound. For reverb, I have this digital reverb unit, and I have a room setting right now with just a real modest, kind of mild feedback. That's that. I'll even set the decay down lower so that you don't hear it so much. So that's what we have going on with that. Next to that is a Air Turn Duo, and that controls my iPad up here. So I don't know if you see any lyrics or anything on the iPad right now, but as I hit the pedal, it switches pages for me. So if I'm leading praise and worship or any other thing, that helps me to get from page to page. I have a looper in there right now just for practice. Hit some type of little lyric type thing, a little lead piece, and then repeat for rehearsal. A tuner, and then this OCD overdrive pedal with the gold button. I put a gold button on it, and it's just brings that button up a little higher, a little bigger target for me to hit when I want to use it or not use it. And that is set. This is that's clean, and that's in my neck pickup. And then next to it is a TC Electronics Spark. Same thing, I put a button on it so it's a little easier target to hit, and then that gives a little overdrive, but also bright. So if I'm using overdrive, it gives it a real nice little sound there. Next to that, over a little farther, is a chorus unit, and that I've got it set very lush type. That one I'll use the digital delay with when I activate that. I'll go over to the, let's get over here and hit the delay pedal. Going on. There's a tremolo pedal up here in the corner, and then I don't know if you can see it, but let's see if I can enhance this a little bit bigger. What I did with this guy is, let's see if we can move this over a little bit. I have a custom knob that I put on there with a rubber sleeve around it, real gummy, rubbery, so I can take at any moment with my shoe I made sure that it was taller than the other knobs down there, and that the rubber sleeve is up on as high as I can get it. So I've got that also going on. It helps me to get around. And that's pretty much it. I'm using a Temple pedal board. A Temple pedal board. It has on the left side, which would be over here on the outside, there is a USB connector that I put in. I don't know if you catch sight of that. There's a USB connector. So I put my cable in there for either charging the dual pedal, this guy here, or my iPad, and it fits right onto one of those connectors that you use for your pedals. I just make sure that one of those power supply things goes to it underneath the board. And I also have a boost, signal booster underneath the whole thing here on the right side. And then that off here to the right, boop, 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 right about down there. And that's strapped in as well too, which increases the signal. With anytime you put a lot of cables in between pedals, you can lose signal. You get some signal loss, and so I put that in there. And then I have my Ernie Ball Jr. volume pedal, and I had a chromed S put on it for me, specialty for me, Sully, and I guess I can be a little vain that way. So I had that custom put on for me. So nobody has one like that yet, anyway. So let's see. And then your volume pedal also on the inside, down inside here somewhere, there's a switch. There's a switch that you can, switch one way or the other. And if you put it to one setting, the volume will come up right away when you activate your volume or your sound. Or if you flip it the other way, then it will gradually increase. So that's an option. It's a real small little chromed switch there with a black button, that goes up or down. I don't know if you knew that, but Ernie Ball pedals will have that on the inside. I have various other pedals that I use or have used, but they're not in the chain right now. At times I use a compressor. I have Boss's newest compressor with a digital readout and everything, and so that's in a sense what I've been using for the last few years. Jim Wyant has been a big tool, resource tool for me in equipment and doing things, and so I've learned a lot from him, and he's the man as far as that goes. This is what I'm using. I'll try to think of any other little things. Custom saddles on this one here, and those are the type. I used to break strings quite a bit, and when I changed out these graphite by Graphtec, that stopped like right now. Somehow that extra little bit of lubrication on there in those materials allows for me to keep strings from breaking. I have not broken one since then. And what else? This guitar pick guard comes from a place in Florida. There's a Christian pick guard maker that you just let him know what type of guitar you have and need a pick guard for. He has a lot of materials, and so I ordered the pick guard and also the back plate as well too. So they're a little pricey, but one day you may get, you may say, you know what, I think I'm worth it, to put that stuff in. So I'm able to do that. So that's what I've got going. And that's just a kind of a quick rundown here of what I'm using. I'll play just a little bit and see what we got here. I have a whole nother host of guitars, acoustic guitars, electric guitars, amplifiers, Mesa Boogie amplifiers, crate, um, and just a whole number of guitars as well too. So I really enjoy playing and sharing what I have and what I do know. And that's it. Just wanted to share all that with you. Okay, bye.